Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we just rolled up in the black lowrider pickup truck project. I don't know when this video will get released. Maybe in the winter, maybe now, we'll find out. But that is the current state of the truck right now, and we are here with my friend Mike's first gen Monte Carlo. So this car currently has a 350 with a 4-speed in it. That engine and transmission combo needs to come out, and we have another 4-speed and 350 that we are going to put back together and put back in his car, and see if we can get it started just in the next the course of the next few days. So just excited to take you guys along with me, and let's see what this car's going to need. So as it already seems is he has started pulling everything apart, which is super cool. We're going to pop open the hood just a little bit just to get a good look. And I mean, yeah, this thing is just about ready to come out of here. I think he said we're going to make a fuel line. We're going to mess with a couple other things. I don't know. I'll take you guys along with me, and we'll see what this project's going to need. So we're going to come under here now. The first step is to pull the engine. So we're going to undo the header bolts down at the flanges and get the separator, just so we can move the header out of the way and make it easier to lift and lower the new engine in and out of place. So I'm going to start there. Get these 3 bolts removed on each side. All right, we just finished up down there. Now we're going to pull this one last bolt for the header and pull the spark plugs and get this out of the way. So now we're down under the car again, and what we're going to do is pull the transmission brace, because we are going to pull the transmission and engine at the same time. So I'm going to get this off. All right, now we're working off getting the cross member off of the transmission. This little 4-speed is tiny down here. It's actually really cool to see how simple and easy that is to work with. But yeah, we got to pull these 2 5/8 bolts out from here. We've gotten the transmission cross member bolted from the subframe of the car. So once this is out, Mike has pretty much gotten the motor mounts loosened up as far as I know. So this thing's just about ready to come out. So right down here, Mike's pulling the U-bolt for the drive shaft so we can pull this out of place. So at this point, the shifter linkage is being pulled. I'm going to remove this ground from the firewall to the engine. And we also pulled the shifter out of the inside of the car. Now we're dropping the car on the ground, and we're gonna back this thing up so we have a little bit more room to work, get the hoist over the front of the car, and get this thing pulled. Pretty good progress so far. We're only about an hour or so deep after we gathered our tools and everything, so I'm looking forward to this. So we've gotten this thing backed up a little bit, got a little bit of space to work, and we decided to make the decision to pull the hood. So we're gonna run some masking tape down the side so that way we can line it back up when we go to put it on. But with this off, it'll just give us the complete freedom to just pull this out without worrying about hitting it or anything. So I gotta say, this actually looks so sick with the hood off. We are literally going to roll a hoist over now and hook this thing up. Need some Jaws music. I gotta turn this. I'm on the hill. Bob up, bob up, ba da 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 da. I'm not even going towards the car. All right, pop the carburetor off. We've gotten this mounted up to the engine right now, so we are going to try to hoist this thing up, see what happens. All right, we're coming off the mounts down there. That's looking good. And like I said, with this hood off, man, that is already 10 times easier. Hopefully once we get it up off of there, we'll start pulling it forward. So we got a ton of room on that side, so we pushed the engine over. We just got to clear the starter, and it's almost out. All right, would you look at that? The engine and transmission is out. We had to lift it up pretty high, and I had to stand in there, lift it up, and we walked it out together, but she's out. So now we're going to pull this transmission and bell housing and apply it to that engine once we take everything off the engine that we need to. I guess what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start taking some of the accessories off the front of the engine, like the alternator, the water pump, and apply them to the new engine on the stand.
Oh, here we go. It's over there.
All right, so what I got going on now is I'm going to take some gasket makers, smear a little bit on each side of the gasket, because this is for our water pump, and both those gaskets will go right there. The water pump will bolt up to those 2 holes, and we should be good to go. And then I'll bolt up the alternator. So right now, Mike is currently installing the mechanical fuel pump. We just got the water pump on here, and next I'm going to install the alternator, which is looking pretty easy. Right, well, all in using a 9/16 ratchet, we pulled the 6 bolts out of the bell housing. So this is, I'm pretty sure, ready to be split open. All right, so we've gotten these things separated, the bell housing transmission off of the engine. I think we're going to swap over all the clutch and everything for now. And we just got to pull the starter and the oil filter housing for this engine. And then I think we're going to chain this up and marry the transmission to this engine. So now we got to take our 4 3/4 inch bolts off of the transmission from the bell housing so we can swap this bell housing over. Now we're removing the clutch and flywheel assembly. Usually we would swap over, but In this case, this is all pretty relatively new stuff. There's not a lot of mileage on it. The engine had let go pretty early, so we're just gonna reuse it in this engine, and should be all set to go. Gonna peel off these the last clutch bolts though, and then we'll pull the flywheel. So we'll have Mike on that side holding his ratchet to the crankshaft pulley, so that way we can break these free, because when we turn it, obviously the whole flywheel just wants to turn. All right, guys, so things are looking pretty good so far. We've got about 99% of everything we need off it. Just got this little sensor to change up here. And, yeah, motor mounts are on. We have the starter on, or the oil filter housing. The fuel pump is on. So everything is looking pretty good. Got the flywheel off, the clutch off. So this engine is going to go sit in the garage, and probably going to start hooking the hoist up to that engine. All right, the other engine is in the garage. We're gonna line this back up, start getting it ready, trained up, and then we're gonna finish getting our other transmission prepared. So once we have this on the hoist, we can marry them and put them in the car. So check that out, little C8 Corvette rolling through. Right over here, we're going to install the flywheel now and get the clutch on there. Happy to see this up in the air. And we got to change over everything on the transmission still, but it's all coming along pretty good. So we have gotten these tightened down to 65 foot-pounds of torque, and we have our pressure plate and clutch, and we are going to tighten that up next. Okay, so the pressure plate assembly is on there. That is torqued to 35 foot-pounds of torque, all 6 bolts. So now we're going to set up that transmission and apply those and see if we can get it in the car all in one day. So the bell housing is going on the engine now, and we've changed over the linkage. We got to take this transmission mount and throw it on this one, and after that, slap this up on there, and everything is looking pretty good. We got the new 4-speed hooked up to the 350, and we are going to try to drop it in the car and get the hood on. We are pretty much out of time right this second, so we're going to come back to this probably tomorrow morning and finish it up and see if we can get this thing to fire. All right, guys, this is as far as we've made it today. I would say not too bad. We got the engine out, engine in. We're about where the engine was when we took it out at this point. So to put everything back together should be pretty fun in the morning, and hopefully we'll be able to go around the block. All right, guys, so it's a new morning. We took the purple truck out this morning, and we are going to be working on Mike's Monte Carlo some more. So it's the next day. So hopefully we get this all done in like 2 days. That's a pretty good time frame, especially since I have never done this in my life. Mike's had some experience, so that helps and going a long ways, but pretty straightforward, pretty simple to swap these engines, is what I've gathered so far. Lastly, all we're going to do is get under there and line up our transmission brace with the frame and get it on the brace and bolt the engine down, and then we'll literally just start piecing things back together. It should actually be pretty easy and pretty fun, to be honest. All right, so we just got the transmission brace all tightened up, and now we have the motor mounts in place. The engine's all tightened down, so we can actually remove the engine crane and probably start throwing the headers in place, get the exhaust bolted up, and then move over to the starter. So I guess at this point, we're going to drop the header down in here, then bolt up our spark plugs, feed our starter wires, put the gasket on the header, bolt it up to the flanges, and bolt it up to the block. That's a lot at once, but it'll look good once it's done. Well, so far so good. You can see we got the header on, the pipe going all the way down. Now I got to lift that pipe up and get that one bolted into the block, and we should be good. So both pipes are hung up now. We got our spark plugs in place, and Mike is now messing with the shifter linkage, and I'm about ready to plug in the drive shaft. Get the U-bolts bolted back up down there, and I think we'll be done under the car. Just got the hood back on because I think we're going to call it a day for right now, but we're pretty much done under the car. There's like one more thing we got to do with the shift linkage, and after that it's just, you know, filling it with fluids, checking our fluids, getting the fan on, the radiator in, and seeing if it fires. So see you guys in another couple days. All right, guys, we're out here again. It's another new day, and since we've been here last, Mike messed with a lot of the shifter linkaging. He is also got the carburetor set up on top of the engine and is messing with all the throttle cables and everything else. So I'm thinking after that, realistically, I guess we got to get the fan on, we got to get the distributor in, get this thing timed, and start running all of our coolant stuff. And I can't imagine there's too much more. A couple little other odds and ends, I'm sure. So our next step now is we're going to prime up the oil. So we're going to take a long flathead screwdriver, cut the top of it off, and then attach it to a drill and just prime up our oil. Once we get that done, we can start assembling all the stuff for the coolant. And this is the little tool we're gonna use.
What we're gonna do is actually, if we have a 10 mil, we need to pop the valve cover off
and
so
look and make
the
sure oil
coming up through the push rods. And once they do, then
we're good to go. Awesome. And as you can see, we've taken the hood off again. So now we get to go on that cool drive with the hood off. So that's exciting. So we're getting pretty close to our first fire. I'm about ready to put the pulley on. We got the radiator set in place. Drop it in, throw the cowl on, and or the shroud on, and tighten up our hose clamps. Now I'm about ready to put the fan on with the belt. This is our alternator tensioner bolt right there. So we'll pull the alternator up, tighten that down, and get our belt tight. All right, so we're about ready to take the distributor cap off, point it at cylinder number 1. We just set the engine to top dead center by putting a little tissue in the spark plug hole, and we started it until it popped out, and then we rotated it to right where it needed to be. So we're going to set the distributor in place, and I think we just poured the coolant in. Pretty close to firing this thing up and driving it. All right, so we've just gotten the distributor set in place. We're gonna start plugging in all of the wires, plug in the first cylinder spark plug, and then I'm gonna come back in a little bit. We had to take a little bit of an intermission, and we're gonna see if we can get this thing to turn over. All right, now we're back out here from our intermission. We brought Shaq, I got Lex with me, and now we're gonna finally go see if that car starts up once we plug in the plugs and wires in the spark plug. All right, guys, we got the spark plugs all attached, and now we pray.
All right.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
Not bad, not bad. All right, all right. All right, so this time around, we turned the distributor a little bit. Yes! Yo! Yo, we did it, bro! Yo, let's go! Oh, stop! Okay. So we got it started. We just have to change the crankshaft fully. That is a little bigger than before, but other than that, it ran. So we are on top of the world right now. This is literally the size difference of the blue one to this one. So hopefully this will go on good, and we'll be on our way. All right. You do got to keep in mind, this is my first time ever doing this, so we are for sure learning together as we go. But we think this is just our problem right here. It's just a big vacuum leak. So we're gonna plug that up, and we have a plug off our old intake, and should be good after. I think we're starting to get everything pretty dialed in at this point. Loosen the belt up a little bit, and everything is tight. Everything is going pretty well, though. These little minor things are just, part of learning. Wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. Yep, that was all it was, just that little thing. I think I do got to tighten up. Yeah, hold on. I just got to tighten up the belt for the alternator now. First time this car's moved under its own power with the new swap. Oh, dude, this is so fire. Now all the homies are going to hop in and we're going to go cruise. We're gonna cruise with the hood off too. We wanted to do that. I don't know why, but it was something we wanted to do, so we're gonna do it. That's so sick. All right, we are about to go for our first cruise in the yellow Monte Carlo. Dude, we're mega boomers. No hood. Let's go. This is so sick.
Oh my God.
Yo, look at the sun, bro. That's nasty. Legit dude, bright red.
Kidding. This engine, like, holy.
Yo.
This sounds so good.
Oh, dude, it sounds amazing. Well, all right, everybody. This is a really fun video to make. I got to learn a lot. This is my first 350 swap, and Mike and I did this together, so went really, really well. Like, legit, a lot of learning was done, 100%. But I mean, there was no real flaws. I mean, all the fluids in, everything's tightened down, nothing came flying off. So I'd say that's a pretty good success right there. We're gonna go for a little cruise in it now and see how it goes. But again, thank you so much for checking out today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.